Hi everybody, welcome to another vlog style video. Today we are going to walk through a number of different things. What we're doing today, we also picked up a lot of video game consoles over this weekend for a great deal. So we're gonna walk you through some of that testing and show you how that's going.
Yeah, we expect none of them to work, so we'll see if any of them work. We bought them all for a really great deal, for literally 4 parts.
Right.
And if we get any of them working, it's literally bonus money, so that's pretty exciting.
Also packing some orders today. We'll walk you through a few things that sold over the weekend. But yeah, let's just dive into it.
Just a quick note, if you're looking for an Excel spreadsheet to help you document your journey in reselling, that's going to help you with tracking your buys, your profit margins, your returns, your totals, etc. Go down below, videos are posted and there's a link to purchase. It's on sale for $35. And thank you so much for everyone that's already purchased a copy. We truly appreciate your business. Okay, you can grab a box. Yep. Take one. One box. One. This one. Pick it up, bring it to mama. Keep it closed. Oh, is that heavy? All right, you got it. Too heavy? You can do it.
You can do tough things. Thank you. Thank you. It was heavy. It was big and heavy.
Good job.
Yeah.
High five. Boop.
Good morning, everybody. As Adine said, I'm taking photos of shoes. We're gonna knock that out first thing this morning. Shoes have been selling really well for us. We wanna keep that steady and going. They're easy to pack, they're easy to ship, they're easy to list, they're easy to photograph, everything about them is just great. So, waiting for my mom to get here. She'll take over Jess, and then we're gonna just knock out some listings and start processing some more. Now that I have these all photographed, I wanted to go over a couple of these brands because most of them were new to us. We had heard of Vionic before. We did score a pair of those. They were just a simple flip-flop type of style, which flip-flops can sell really well if they do have a good brand. Now most of these shoes, she wanted like anywhere from 5 up to 20, and we got them all for $7 a pair. It was a great shoe haul. They were all from the same woman, so they're around the same size, and they're all very quality shoes. And she took obviously like such good care of them. They are practically new, and all of them are like this in this condition, just barely ever even worn. Now she mentioned that she had, I don't know if it was like wide feet or just like a foot problem, so she did have to invest in higher quality shoes. So you can see some of the prices on these, $125, $145. So retail, I mean, she probably paid well over $1,000 for all of these, maybe less if they were on sale. But what's great about the condition that she kept them in is that orthopedic or support shoes, shoes for people, you know, for comfort if they have foot problems, they sell very well, and someone is going to get a really great deal because they do tend to be more expensive, which it is good to pay up for shoes. You're on your feet all day. I definitely understand that. But sometimes people don't have the budget to spend $145 on a pair of shoes, even if they need it. So that's what's really great about this haul. Just pristine condition. Dansko, we know. This is Naot? Naut. Naat. Naat? Someone will correct us. I know that they will. So anyway, theme is they have these like cushioned insoles, excellent condition. This is Taos. Again, don't know if I'm saying that right. Taos. Like the casual everyday shoes, but with a little bit of flair. And then these are Spring Step, but the Les Artistes, I think that's just the type, maybe the division that they're in, kind of boho, red leather style. And yeah, more Spring Step. So all of these shoes sell between $40 and $60, and we are going to list at the higher end just because of the condition being what it is and the fact that they do have the box with them as well. And then of course she also had a pair of Keens. Keens do sell very well. This is a good style to find. The sandals sell a lot better than their other forms of shoes, but the other ones can sell good too. So very excited to find these, very excited to get them listed. Got everything listed. Packing up, going to the loft.
Come with us to the loft.
Just a big man in a little loft.
Someone suggested like a stool with wheels, which is an excellent idea for up here, but because this is also temporary for us, we're not going to invest much more money into this setup. But thank you for the suggestion.
Pulling these, this style of vans specifically has sold really well and really fast for us. This is like the 4th pair in the last week and a half that we've sold. The black with the white, very classic. This is a bigger size. I priced these a little higher than we did the last ones, simply because the last ones both sold really fast, and sure enough, worked. Those ones sold for $46 on Facebook Marketplace, and they pay shipping on top of that.
I have 2 Converse that sold on Shoebay. The red glitter Converse that are right there. I see them. Those sold for $35 shipped. They're kid size. And then we have another Converse that's like the Converse M88 that we just listed Friday, the black ones. That should be over here, I think. I see them. Is that it? Yep, those sold for $36 shipped. And then we have a pair of blue Nikes also just listed last week. So we're gonna go to the blue section. Do you see them? Yep, those ones sold for $40 shipped. We have a pair of Adidas, the Hard and Bounce Volume 2s that sold for, I see them right by your knees down there. You see them? Yep, those sold for $39 shipped. Awesome. Then we have a Adidas Adi Ease Classic skateboarding shoes. They're like black and green. Those sold for $37. So these are the Adidas Adi Ease. We ended up finding one and then another one in a different location. That took a little moment.
So these,
what are those?
$3 on Posh. These are some Sperry's.
Nice. Okay, and then
for $30, they paid shipping on those.
I had 4 Facebook sales this week. You can see them all here. The Allen Edmonds are downstairs. The Caterpillar Cats and the Sorel Kids are both up here. The Caterpillar sold for 35 plus ship. The Sorels for 25 plus ship. And those sold. Poshmark?
Poshmark, 35, they pay ship.
Nice. And
also some other Sperry's sold. Is getting to be rain and snow boot season.
As you can hear the rain.
Move a lot faster.
I think these are the kids Sorel that sold size 7. Yep, these ones sold. Ah, right here. These are actually a sample size. So what we did, we measured them and then also compared them to another men's boots, and they were really close. That's how we came up with the size. Hopefully we're right. We'll see.
And then these also sold on Posh for $45. They pay shipping is on top of that.
Nice, another pair of Sperry's. Sweet. Yeah, great weekend for shoe sales. As you can see, the bag's full. It's good.
Last thing we're pulling from the loft is this Patagonia dress. We paid $3 for it and it sold for $40.
Really nice weekend of sales, especially with shoes. Now it's time to go back downstairs, pull some toy orders and some other stuff. We'll show you what we sold. We might not show you every single sale. We'll show you some highlights for sure. We'll get those packed up, then we'll show you a pretty crazy video game console haul that we had this weekend, which was extremely unexpected that we ran into this giant sale full of so much stuff. So we'll show you some of those highlights as well.
This phenomenon never ceases to amaze me. I know that it only rains under the rain clouds, but it's always just so weird when you have such a distinct line. It's not raining over here. It's only raining under here. I don't know if you can actually see it falling, but rain, no rain, rain, no rain. It's so weird. One more shoe sale we forgot. These are women's Nike Shox. They sold on Mercari for $40 and they paid shipping on top of that. Adine will show you some hard goods that sold.
For $25 and $30 shipped, these two milk bowls sold. They're off of a Sunbeam mixer, which is really nice because it's 100% profit. We already sold the motor for like 20 shipped, which that's, they're worth like 10 bucks in beat up condition. Plus the beaters for 25 shipped, first class shipping. So we made our money back because we only paid $10. Plus we sold the juice extractor portion as well for 35 or 40 shipped. So great. Other bonus is that it's going to the same person, so we're gonna carefully ship these and save a ton on shipping. This Hot Wheels service center sold. We actually have two of these. This one is in much better condition. The legs are attached. The other one, the legs broke off. This one sold for 90 shipped, and again 100% profit as we're already way into the profit. This is from that huge $650 toy haul that I bought. These Dick Tracy action figures sold as well. I'll pop them up on the screen. I don't want to take them all out. And those sold for a $54 shipped, and shipping will only be about 8 bucks. And these PVC toys, these Fat Albert toys, also sold for $105 shipped. And
from the toy buy.
Off that toy buy, which I think gross sales are exceeding 1,400 so far, which is pretty awesome. And that's what they look like. They're just old school, made in Hong Kong. I think I dated them 70s, 90s. I think 70s. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, pretty happy with that. Of course, it'll cost us. If we want to ship these first class, it'll be about 5 bucks to ship them. We are probably going to ship these priority because they're a bit more valuable, and it's only a few more dollars to ship them out. A couple more. This Lego set from the Minecraft series sold for $45 shipped. We got this from our neighbor who brought them over. It's still sealed. We paid him 10 bucks for them, so a pretty decent flip. And then this VHS sold. Some VHS do much better. There's a huge boom right now on VHS, as we've been made aware by some of our reselling friends on Instagram. Some sealed copies like Batman and The Mask are going for well over $1,000, which is pretty crazy. So if you find sealed VHS, make sure to look them up. This one we had for a while. It's just a serial killer. You know, it's all the bad people in this world, all on VHS.
True crime is very in right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was ever out, but I've noticed a huge surge in popularity with true crime.
Yeah. So maybe that's why this one sold 10 bucks. We paid 50 cents. It'll be 3 bucks to ship it. So hey, 5 bucks profit. We don't sell a lot of VHS, but if we see old like murder, serial killer, horror type, we'll look them up. And of course, sealed ones do well.
Yes, cult horror is a thing.
Yes, for sure. And then those speakers sold. Monda will walk you right over there and show them to you, and probably even talk about them a little bit.
Here they are. They make sound.
They do.
You hook them up and you can hear music out of them, a radio show if that's your jam.
Noises.
We got these from a Personal Connection.
That they're Monitor Audio, that's the brand. A really nice brand, UK made. This pair we took a best offer of $200, plus they pay $49.95 shipping. Which is great.
Peekaboo.
I see you.
Yeah, so we just finished labeling everything. Now it's time to start processing. On Mondays it does take us a little bit longer to pack because we're packing 2 to 3 days worth of stuff as opposed to just one day. So it does eat into our day a little bit more. But we already have our 10 shoes up on our second store. And now we're just going to process some hard goods and get going with that.
I took a nap. It was nice. I asked Monda to wake me up in 15 minutes. She was kind enough to let me sleep for an hour. Feeling a little better. I don't know if it's the weather. I was just tired. But let me show you the weekend's haul of this unexpected garage sale that we went to that, you know, we just passed by on the way up north to our lake house. So let's take a peek. Monda found these Rugrats. They're pretty big. They're worth some money. I think the complete set is worth over 200 bucks. We only have, I remember her being Angelica, and I don't remember his name. But they need to be cleaned up a bit, and we'll see what they're worth. And, you know, together maybe 60, 70 bucks. I'm not 100% sure. We got them for free. The lady just threw them in. New Wave oven for $5. The plastic cover here is worth about 30 plus shipping by itself. Got a heater for $5. Got some clothing and a cookie jar in here, nothing too crazy. Mona did find this Marlboro jacket, which is pretty sweet. His name was Steve, but it has the old Marlboro country store tag on it, which is pretty unique. Anytime you see vintage clothing, it's usually worth taking a look, especially if it's something, you know, like Marlboro. And yeah, all this stuff. So we ended up finding a bunch of consoles. There's 4 or 5 Nintendo 64 consoles. 2 of them have the expansion pack. That's the regular jam pack. The expansion pack is this red one. Those are worth about 40 a piece by themselves. And we got all 4 of the Nintendos for 40, which is great. There's the second one. We got 4 or 5 PlayStation 1s. And we got 6 Xboxes, the original ones, and some games. The games are for the Sega Game Gear, which is right here. And we got that for $5. The Game Gear, I know 100% doesn't work. It turns on, so that's going to be sold for parts. That's worth an easy 30, 35 plus shipping. We bought all of those consoles as parts only, so we don't expect any of them to work, but we'll see if a few do. If they do, it's just bonus money. So the Nintendos go for about $25 to $35 plus shipping each for parts only. The Xboxes go for about $25 plus ship each for parts only. The PlayStation ones are not worth much for parts, but most of those usually just work fine. I'm gonna go ahead and test a few of them. I'm not gonna get all of them done today. I'll have to work some tonight, and we'll see how many of them actually work. And like I said, anything that does work is bonus. The expansion packs I can test on my working N64 that we have as a console that we use for testing video games. So in case none of the units work, we can at least test those expansion packs, and they'll be a really fast seller. The cost of goods for all that was about $8 per unit on average, which is pretty stellar. You know, we bought a good amount, we made a great deal, and we're happy to bring it all home, get it tested, and get it out of here, even if it's not working. Got all the units ready. Luckily I have all the cables for the original Xboxes, and I have all the cables and controller. I also have controllers for the Xboxes too. I have them for the N64. So this is the first one. Let's see if it powers on. It does. That's good. That's actually very good. Pretty surprised that the first one that's missing the plate cover is powering up. I need to grab a controller and a game so I can further test it. It kind of stinks that the first one that turns on, oh, that makes sense. So the disk drive is broken, but the good part is that it does turn on. So now, as we're selling it for parts, we can sell it and, you know, let the buyer know that it does power on. It just has a bad disk drive, and then sell it for parts. Here's the second unit. So that first unit is going to be just for parts. Wow, this is actually pretty stunning. So that's 2 for 2 to turn on. We'll see if the disk drive actually opens on this one. Now I did find my spare controller that's untested, and it didn't work on the first one, so I'm not sure if it was the connectivity or the controller, but it doesn't seem to be working on the second one either, so that's not good. So it looks like this controller is not good, so I'll have to find a different one. Looks like that's a pretty common problem with these. Not the first time that I've had an Xbox not want to open the tray. Oh, hey, look, that one actually works, and we got a game. We got Splinter Cell Classic. So let's see if it'll actually load the game. Although I can't really get past this thing without the controller, so that's kind of a bummer. I need to find a different controller, otherwise I'm kind of stuck in this phase here. So having kind of a rough day, and then Mona found a working controller, and now all my troubles have gone away. So this is that second unit. We'll see if the game loads. I'm gonna be pretty shocked if this thing works, and if one works, I'm hopeful that maybe some other ones will work. We'll see. Which will be kind of crazy, and then we'll have to figure out if, oh, that's great, it's loading the game. Okay, everything seems to be working fine. I'm just gonna play the game just a little bit, and if everything checks out, we got ourselves a console that's, I think they go for, I'm not 100% sure, I haven't checked recent comps working condition, but probably like 60 to 90 plus shipping if it's working with controllers. So it just depends, you know, if we're gonna just sell them as replacement consoles or if we're gonna put bundles together. I'm not sure. I have a ton of Xbox original games, but I don't have a ton of the cables and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I am stoked. The first one that actually works. Let's go on to the next one. Number 3, no go. It doesn't power on. In fact, the outer case is loose, so this one's gonna be 4 parts only. Here's number 4. This one is in really good physical condition. It powers on. It'll be pretty crazy if more than one of these work, but hey, the more of them work, the more money we make, so obviously a good thing. Set the clock, whatever, 2001. Yeah, let's just leave it as is. Okay, does the disc tray open? It wants to. Come on. You can do it. Oh, it really wants to. The first one did this too. It took a couple clicks. Alright, so I guess not on this one. But it did power on, which is really good. So we'll see, maybe one of our techs can figure out if this is a pretty easy fix or not. If it is, then you know, I can pay them some money and they can repair it, otherwise it'll be 4 parts only. Power's on, that's good. Okay, loads. Oh, it has a game in it. Looks like Grand Theft Auto, maybe? I remember that Rockstar's intro, for sure. Oh no, it's Midnight Club 3. Dub edition. I remember this too. We'll see if it actually works, and then if the actual tray will open and close. But okay, it's loading the game. That's very good. Start button. I'll be lumpy. So I'll play around with this one. Let's see if the disc tray actually works, because that's obviously very important. Hey, that's pretty crazy. All right, cool. So if I can get sound on this one, that's going to be 2 units working, which is pretty crazy. So I'm going to check my connectivity, check my TV, and then go on to the next one. It was just a little bit of a loose wire. Sound is on, so we got 2 working units. Incredible. Totally unexpected, but super happy about it. Okay, got the last Xbox plugged in. No. All right. No power on this one, so this one's gonna go 4 parts. 2 of them that power on that just need disc repair. This one doesn't power on. 2 of them working perfectly, which is awesome, and then 1 more for parts. Nintendo 64 time. First one, I know the controller works. It's the one that we keep to test units with, and I know the cords are proper because those are the ones we know work for sure. Let's see if it powers on. Oh, that's a good sign. Does this one have a... Nope, this one just has a regular jam pack. It doesn't have the expansion pack. We'll talk about that in a bit. So it does power on. I'm not getting any signal. So let me pop in a game. We have All-Star Baseball from 1989. Remember that sound? Pop it in. Power on. Power off. Power on. Let's see. Okay, so it does power on, but I cannot get a signal. It seems like the cord back here for the video audio is pretty loose. So this one's gonna go 4 parts. I did try another game. Neither of them worked. So power's on, 4 parts. Okay, next one. See, this one does not have this cover, which is fine. This little red thing in here, this is the expansion pack. And that expansion pack by itself is worth about $40 plus shipping, which is pretty great. Okay, power's on. Oh, do you hear that? Sounds like money. Look at that. We have a working Nintendo 64. That TV issue, that's our TV connectivity. That's not the unit. It's just really loose down here. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna plug in my controller. Wow, I'm pleasantly surprised. That $30 turned into roughly $100 for the console. Oh, that's noisy. I don't like that. Well, the reset button is stuck though. That's not good. Maybe I spoke too soon. So I'll see if I can pop that out with a small screwdriver to see if that'll pop out or not. And if it doesn't, then I'll have to sell for parts. Of course, I'll take the expansion pack out, test it on my working unit, and then sell that individually. All right, number 3. Put our game in. So we know the game works. Okay, power's on. This one also has an expansion pack, which is great. We'll see if we can get this one to work. Looks like this one also has a stuck reset button. After wiggling the cords a bit, I got this one to work as well. So unfortunately this one, the reset button is also stuck in place. So I'm not gonna spend the time to tear it apart and fix it. I'm just gonna sell them as is, but it does have the expansion pack again. All right, so it actually does play the game, but again, the power button is stuck. So 4 parts it is. Last one, let's give it a go. Power's on. And will we get anything out of it? This one, the reset button is stuck as well. It's hilarious. And that just has the normal jumper pack in it, which is fine. That blowing trick always works. It's hilarious. Okay. Get my TV in order here. Press start. Sweet. So another one that works, it just has a stuck reset button. So again, I'm just gonna sell it for parts. I don't want to put in any more time into fixing them. As far as the rest of the stuff, I'm not gonna test the PlayStations today. I just don't have the time, so that'll have to be in the back burner. And I'm not gonna test these Halo Edition units because they've already been, messed with as far as parts missing. So I'm just gonna sell these as is. The Game Gear I already tested, it powers on but does not display, so that's going to be sold for parts. And then the games I'm going to test on another Game Gear that we have, and then see what they're worth and sell them individually. Pretty happy that 2 out of 6 Xboxes work perfectly fine, so that's nice. I've already ordered controllers. I need to order some power and AV cables for them, get them cleaned up, put some bundles together, and get them on the market.
Thanks for following along with us today. We hope that was an enjoyable video for you. Hope there was a little bit of information in there.
Yeah.
As far as the sales, solid sales weekend, nothing crazy, nothing underwhelming, kind of right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, lots of shoes. We've been focusing on getting shoes processed and listed as fast as possible, and it's definitely been very consistent. Just remember, shoes are a volume game, so if you have 10 of them for sale, it's going to take you a little while to get some sales, but once you get into 200, 300, 400 pair, you should be consistently selling a couple at least per day.
Right. And good news on those video games, as you saw. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, those consoles, a few of them worked really well. Really excited to get those listed. Pretty crazy, right? You never know. We weren't planning on going garage sailing, and that's typically when we find our best deals.
Yeah, it is when they find you, essentially. Yeah. So that worked out really well. For
sure. And hopefully that fella, so he told me that he has another like 30 consoles available. Next time we go up there, I'll knock on his door, and hopefully we buy a lot more from him.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. All right. Until next time, thank you guys as usual. Take care.